I have two 36mm date just homages for you today, the Chenxi 004B and the WLISTH Q354, and I will be doing a comparison between these two ultra affordable AliExpress watches.
It's time for fun with watches with your friend, the Watchdog. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. It's time for fun with watches.
Let's start out the wrist check. I'm wearing the Still Flyer SF746, and Grova is wearing my Benyar BY5219. I just unboxed both of these watches, so if you haven't seen the unboxing video yet, be sure to check it out. Grova said that he is going to see a ballet about Pelimato, who is always dropping stuff while repairing ships, so she created a little droid to track down everything she dropped. On Life Day Eve, the droid does battle with the Womp Rat King. It's called the Nut Tracker. Alright, here's both of the watches. The Chenxi just came in this little Ziploc pouch, as most Chenxis do. For a couple dollars more, I think you can get a box, but who needs I'd rather have $2 than the box they'd send it in. And the WLISTH comes in a little bit nicer box, but nothing great. It does have a pillow in it though. And I normally keep the box for the extra links, but in this case, there are no extra links. One of my viewers asked me to review both of these watches, so I decided, sure, why not? But when I unboxed them, I thought it might be easier just to skip the individual reviews and go straight to the comparison video and basically review them both at once. Both of these watches are ultra affordable homages of the ever famous Rolex Datejust, although the Chenxi does have a day-date complication, but since it looks nothing like a Rolex day-date, we'll keep it in the Datejust category. Since my intent was to do a comparison, I ordered them both in the same colorway of a black two-tone. Both watches do look nice considering their ultra affordable price. I paid $10 for the Chenxi and $8 for the WLISTH. Being watches in this price range, you can expect plated alloy cases and rolled J-style bracelets. When it comes to other colorways, the Chenxi only comes in two-tone with an additional silver, gold, or green dials. The WLISTH has a no two-tone option with silver or black dials. If you want to stick with two-tone, you can have silver or gold dials. The WLISTH also comes in a smaller 25mm for the ladies. The watches have fairly similar dimensions. The Chenxi is 35.6mm at the bezel, and the WLISTH is 36.1. And we got 42.6mm lug to lug versus 43. And this one is 11mm thick if you don't count the Cyclops, but this one is 10.2mm thick. So the WLISTH is a little bit thinner. And they are both 20mm lug width, and they both taper down to 16 at the clasp. And the Chenxi is 75 grams with no links removed, and the WLISTH is 70 grams with no links removed. They both have a fluted bezel, and if you look though, the WLISTH is a little bit larger, so that makes the dial a little bit smaller. And speaking of dial, on the Chenxi we have a flat black, and on the WLISTH we have a sunburst effect black, and it's a little bit deeper black too. So I think the WLISTH has a little bit better looking dial. And the Chenxi has baton indices, and the WLISTH has little faux jewels and little dots. And Chenxi has their name and logo for the 12, and WLISTH doesn't have a logo. And so they just have their name right there under the Roman numeral 12. And they both have Lume stick hands, and they both have a needle second hand. And they both say Quartz on the bottom, although WLISTH does it in white and Chenxi does it in gold. And they both have a date at the 3 with a Cyclops, and as you can see, the Chenxi Cyclops does a much better job of magnifying than the WLISTH does. The WLISTH barely magnifies at all. Then they both have push-pull crowns, but the WLISTH is a gold crown, and this Chenxi is not gold. So it's just chrome. And when it comes to crown action though, actually both of these, I was expecting a lot worse from this one because of the movement, but no, I can set it without significant minute hand jump. And this Chenxi also, well, no, well, that jumped, but then it jumped right back. So I think you can set both of them accurately as long as you're careful. Then they both have a mineral glass crystal. There's nothing special about them. They do the job. And of course, there's no AR coating or anything on a watch in this price range, but we don't care because it's glass anyway. And then we have the cases. The Chenxi definitely looks like an oyster style case, but the WLISTH does not. And once again, the WLISTH is a little bit thinner, but it does have a much thicker case back. So the Chenxi has a little bit better looking profile. Then when it comes to the case backs, they're both press-on, and they just give you the basic information, and they're both 30-meter watches. Nothing special about them. And I, of course, removed both of them because I wanted to see the movement and had no trouble. And the WLISTH, I was actually able to press it back on with my thumbs, where the Chenxi actually had to get up my crystal press. Underneath the case backs, the Chenxi has the SL28, which is my preferred movement when it comes to Chinese movements in this price range. And the WLISTH has the Z205. I've had many issues with the Z205, but I'm not having any issues with this one. So maybe they just assembled it better. I don't know. And then they both have rolled link bracelets. And they both have hollow inverted end links, and of course roll link means you have little pegs for sizing, and they can be quite difficult at times, but I didn't size either one of these watches, so I can't tell you my experience of it. And they both have a simple press clasp with 3 holes of micro adjust, and as you can see, the Chenxi's clasp is almost identical. Oh, this is the WLISTH, sorry. Now, one big difference, though, is the Chenxi has polished edge links, and the WLISTH has brushed. So the Chenxi is a little bit shinier. And also, the gold tone of the Chenxi is a little bit more coppery, and the WLISTH is a little bit more yellowy. Here's the Chenxi on my 7.5-inch wrist. It looks nice, it wears nice, but I removed no links. So if your wrist is bigger than 7.5, you're not going to have enough links. Of course, when it comes to watch in this price range, you could always buy 2 of them, rob the links out of one, and put the other one on a strap. And here's the WLISTH on my 7.5-inch wrist. Same thing, I removed no links. And so same advice, of course, you could always buy 2, rob the links out of one, and put the other one on a strap. And this one doesn't have quite as nice of a side profile, though. Here we are in the Lume room. Neither one of these watches has respectable Lume, but since they do have Lume, we will test it anyway. As we stood at the time, both watches have green Lume, but everything is fading and already about gone, except for the little dots on the WLISTH. But since you can't see the hands on the WLISTH, the dots are useless. Really bad Lume on both watches. What does the Chenxi do better than the WLISTH? It has a better cyclops, has a better movement, the gold tone's a little bit richer, and I like the shape of the case a little bit better. Looks more like a real oyster case. What does the WLISTH do better than the Chenxi? Well, first of all, it saves you $2. You don't have to bother setting the day. It's a hair thinner. And I like this deeper black sunburst style. And it does have a gold crown. And what is about the same? They both have rolled link bracelets that are too short. They both have simple press-on case backs. And both have a Lume that's basically unusable. Well, thank you for watching my comparison video of the Chenxi 004B and the WLISTH Q354, and I'll be back with an unboxing. I got 3 watches from AliExpress today, so that should be a pretty good unboxing. Be sure and like and subscribe to my channel, and if you haven't headed over yet, please subscribe to my new channel, Fun with Watches Shorts, because I need to get up to 500 subscribers before I can monetize that channel. And I'd like to thank my Members Choice members. Last time I looked, there was 11 of you. And the Members Choice watch is on the way. And as soon as I get it, the members get an exclusive of the unboxing. But everybody gets to see the review, but the members get a week-long head start. Bye.